Hey everyone, this is Remy. Remy's getting his hair combed out this day. He was all full of caked on mud. So I had just finished doing the one side. And since Remy is so expressive, I thought I would just go ahead and videotape him so you could see that pretty little face of his. He seems to stare at the camera quite a lot. He's like he knows it's watching him. It's kind of cool. But I took him in, obviously he's at liberty here. He's not tied. And why is this a bad thing and why is this a good thing? Well, he's not tied. His dreadlocks there, the mud is turned to rocks on his mane. So liberty in the barn here. Why I shouldn't do this. If there were other horses and there were people running around, if the doors were open, if there were outside stimuli, I probably wouldn't be sitting there just combing him standing in the aisle. All the other horses are in their stalls. He said, hey, before I go in my stall, will you give me a brush? And I said, okay, no problem. So he had just come in from the field, and he had asked me to comb him. How do I know he asked me? Because he stood there and said, hey, comb me. And he didn't want to go in his stall. And I don't know, I just knew. Apparently he did, because his stall's at the other end of the barn, and here he is, just standing at liberty. No one's holding him in place. So that's why this is a good thing, because now this is a horse choosing his own fate. So, so when I wouldn't do a horse at liberty, of course, in the barn is, again, other horses in the barn, other things. He knows how to be tied. He knows how to be cross-tied. So I prefer liberty if I can. If I'm doing something dangerous or the horse is agitated, I'm not going to do that, of course. So he's happily standing, looking around, interacting. Now, when I don't see how my eyes aren't on the horse, so that's why I'm holding the horse with one hand lightly, so I can feel what I can't see, at least maybe I can feel. I can feel that twitch. I can feel if something spooks him out of the other side of his face, a bird flies, and for some reason he decides it's the most scary thing in the world. So to keep myself safe, if I don't have eyes on their eyes, ears, tail, I'm going to be having a hand on a horse. It's always just, to me, it's a safe practice. They seem to like it just fine. I find horses like belly rubs more than most anything. When I'm meeting horses, whenever I give a cookie or a treat, I also give scratches and say, good job, or good horse, or something, to associate all that things as positive. So the scratch becomes a positive reinforcement, the good job becomes a positive reinforcement. All those things become positive reinforcements. So, yeah, so that scratches are rewards. And, that way, horses appreciate that. A little rub, a little pat. They don't like pats. I take that back. They like the scratching and the rubbing. They don't like when you beat on them and pat on them. They usually wonder why you're hitting them. It's not horses. They don't do it naturally in behavior. That's not a natural behavior in the horsey world. Patting. Horses don't pat each other. So when we bang on our horses, they're like, why the heck? They put up with it. But it's not a positive thing. It's like, I just did a good thing. You're saying good boy, good girl, but yet you're beating the snot out of me. Try doing the rub, try doing the scratch, trying to do the contact, not the banging up and down. Your horse will appreciate it. So that's a gentle backup. We're working now. Pay attention to me, and now follow me. And there we go. So thanks for watching that, and there you go, a little bit of nothing about nothing.